Martini.
Yeah. It's a very one of those.
So gradually you'll build up just through the day and
maybe break the 80-second barrier. You never know.
Here with David Mitcham, who has brought this absolutely stunning Austin 7 that has been, I understand, 10 years in the making, David.
10 years with 2 years off for moving house in the middle of it, but yes, 10 years, yes.
And what did you start with?
I started with a 1931 frame and then found all the other bits, so it was never a complete car. It's always been a gathering of bits, shall we say.
Sure,
so,
but like so many, I guess,
yeah,
but the good thing is it's being used and it's all the correct period, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, we're 1931, some bits of it 32, but yes, 31 mainly.
And obviously the thing we look at is this absolutely extraordinary body, and that's something you crafted yourself.
Yes, I had the idea. There's an illustrator called Stefan Marjoram who's well known in old car circles.
Brilliant guy,
and,
yeah.
he did a doodle in the front of one of the books that he'd illustrated, and I really loved the doodle. And it was a car a bit like this, and I called it Cedric. And I thought, well, I'd like to build that car. So, and being not flush with cash, I decided Austin 7 would be the route. So. And that's how it all started.
Do you have a history with Austin 7s?
Not at all, no. I've got an old Riley Kestrel saloon, which I got back from the edge of oblivion, but no, this was the first Austin 7.
But a total labour of love.
Yeah, it was a learning experience with the woodwork and everything, because I'd not really tried woodwork before, so I had to really get the accuracy sorted out.
What wood is it?
This is cedar, 2 different colours of cedar. So yeah, red cedar and a yellow cedar. It's a boat building technique. They build cedar canoes like this. Other people do. I've never built one, but and you bend the strips with a heat gun and stick it all together. Sounds easy, but it took a couple of years to do that.
Do you have to mould it round something?
Yeah, I built a buck out of MDF slices.
Yep.
On a backbone. So I built all that first, having taken measurements off the chassis, and then crossed my fingers when it came to put the two together.
And it all came together utterly beautifully. And under the bonnet, you've got a Austin 7 engine, but it came out of a boat.
Yes, it did. Yes, it had a the 2-speed gearbox, 1 speed forwards, 1 speed reverse. So yes, it came out of a boat, which I thought probably it hasn't been overstressed. It's been chugging backwards and forwards. So
but across a lake or something. Or,
yeah, something like that. So yes, I put a slightly go faster head on it, Ricardo head. Up the compression ratio a bit. Yeah. So otherwise it's completely standard.
And one go. I'll be spent on, Marcus.
And what gearbox is in it now?
It's a 3-speed Ulster kind of gearbox, straight cut gearbox. Yeah.
And your first time at Wiscombe?
Yes. I'm building on my speed, shall we say?
The learning curve is steep like the hill.
Yes, steeper than I thought actually. But I'm in first and second mainly. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you find that it's spin wheels or?
Not yet. Actually, I did lose a bit on the top one, Martini.
Yeah.
It's a very one of those. So, but yeah, that was a first. Getting into first, span the wheels a bit, and then we were off again. So yeah.
So gradually you'll build up just through the day, and
maybe break the 80-second barrier. You never know.
That'll be fine. It's all about personal bests, hill climbs and speed events, and. I mean, you've got such a glorious car. Everyone's admired it, and I wish you every luck with it.
Well,
it's
thanks.
Great.
Thanks, Marcus.
Really superb to see you and to meet the car too.
Great.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. So away goes the Class 8 car, 81, David Mitcham. First time out in this amazing cedar-bodied Austin 7 Special. He's made it all himself on the basis that it sits on Austin 7 underpinnings, but the body and the detailing on it is absolutely magnificent. He's not a timber craftsman. He's just an enthusiast who has pieced this car together over such a long time. The engine previously saw service in a boat, so it was fairly lightly used. It's got a 3-speed gearbox. and it's his first time out in it, and he's loving it.
He was saying